Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel and I hope you enjoy this video. So today we're going to actually be talking about one product in particular that I used in a tutorial last week, and that is EcoBrow. This was a product that I was really excited about because who doesn't love good brows? I feel like brows really had a moment like a year ago, and it's still kind of here right now. I feel like the big bold brow is maybe a little bit less, like you don't need those big caterpillars on your face anymore, but just really nice, well-groomed, full brows are still very in, and this is definitely a product that I would recommend to pick up if that's a look that you're interested in. So today I'm going to actually show you guys two ways to apply the product and talk with you guys a little bit about my thoughts on the product. So EcoBrow itself comes in 6 different shades. They range from a shade that's meant for blonde hair to a shade that's meant for very, very dark black hair. And there's a couple in between. I would say the shade selection isn't perfected. I think that there are so many different shades of brows, and so it's really hard as a brand to come up with it, but they are good general colors that I think will work for most people. I personally have it in the shade Penelope, which might be a slightly warmer tone than my actual hair, but I can make it work. I'm actually wearing it right now, and you can see it's a pretty good match. So quickly before I show you guys the actual product application, I'm just going to read a little bit about the product and show it to you. So like I said, it comes in 6 different shades and it retails for about $26, and that is for 0.12 ounces of product. So it is relatively small. It's not going to be like a big pot like you might imagine, but who has really gone through their Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade, all that. So this is actually a really nice size, and it makes it very travel friendly, which is great. If you can hear rumbles in the background, I think Jared is just arriving home on his motorcycle, so hopefully that's not too loud. So we're just going to keep talking over it because who knows how long that's going to go on for. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the product. So the unique EcoBrow, oh man, he's revving his engine. Oh, okay, and it's off. It says, the unique EcoBrow formula blends and diffuses easily into the brow hair and contains silica for oil absorption as well as nourishing vitamin E. The intensity of each shade can be controlled easily with application. You can go as light or as dark as you like. And right off the bat, that's something that I totally agree with. I think it's a really buildable product and you can get that very defined look, or it's something that you can just kind of brush through your eyebrows and you just get a little bit of pigment and it's not too crazy. Okay, sorry if the camera moved a little bit. Jared did just come home and was attempting to say hi and ended up knocking over a few things. But that's okay because we recovered and we're back on camera and it's all good. But as I was saying, I do really think that this is a very buildable product. That's not at all what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how I also have the brush, which retails for $23, and that's something that I would say you could probably find cheaper, and it's not my favorite brush that there is because it has like a slightly fat head to it, which I don't feel like you can get very precise brush strokes with it. I think that other brands potentially do it better. So it's definitely nice to have if you're someone who doesn't have a brush. Sometimes it's fun to get like the full set of products, but it's not something that you need if you already have a good eyebrow brush that you love. I think the spoolie on the other end is really great, and that's something that I like. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly the 2 ways that I apply this product, and one way is actually using the brush and the other is using just a spoolie. So depending on which way you do it, you get a more precise application or you get kind of a feathery look. So starting off with actually just using the brush, what I do is I apply a little bit of the pomade onto the brush, and then I just simply use the spoolie on the other end, which makes it very convenient that they're all combined in one, to brush up all of my brow hairs, and I kind of follow the line of my natural eyebrow, starting at the bottom but slightly inward from where my brows start, just because I don't have super full brows towards the center of my face. They kind of start filling out a little bit over. I have like a cowlick, is that what it's called? It's like where your hairs kind of stand up at the front and then they start to go in the direction that they're supposed to grow. I'll show you guys my problem eyebrow first because this one always takes a little bit longer. I actually have a scar in my eyebrow from where I hit my head when I was little and split open my brow, and that has just never totally healed, so I don't get any hair growth there. And this is what I mean about having a precise brush. If you have little imperfections like that, using a precise brush, you can actually fill in that area and make your brow look like a very seamless shape. But because this is a slightly fatter brush, I don't feel like I can get that precision, and I just kind of end up with a splotch of color, which doesn't look very hair-like, and I don't think it looks very good on my brow, so I tend to just kind of like ignore that area and just do my best to fill in the sparse areas of my eyebrows. So once I'm done kind of doing it upwards, then I brush my eyebrows downwards as well, and I just fill in the sparse areas again, making sure to be careful to not lay too much pigment down. And then always, 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 before I'm finished, I really brush through my eyebrows, because you want to make sure that the pigment is really well blended and it's not like blotched on one particular area. You want to make sure it's evenly distributed through your brows, so that's why I'm really, really brushing them through and making sure it's blended. So as you can see, you get a pretty precise shape, and I feel like they look very bold, and this is definitely something that I would wear with kind of a dramatic eye look, or I would wear this out at night. But if it's just daytime, then I would probably do the second technique, which I will show you guys now. So the second technique is to actually use your finger and take a little bit of the product on the back of your hand, and from there I use a clean spoolie, which I just picked up at, like, I think it was last week at Credo. I just grabbed one, and I tend to just grab them when I'm at like a cosmetic store or something like that. If I'm trying a sample of something, you know, they have those like fake mascara wands that you can kind of stick in and try it. I just take like one of the wands and I'll like pocket it so that I can use it at home. And what I do is I use that clean wand and I kind of take the product off the back of my hand, and then I just brush it through my eyebrows. And this is applying a lot less pigment to it, but it's still adhering to the brows and a little bit below it. So you still get that sort of defined shape, and this you can actually really build up if you want to. But if you want to just do a quick, easy brow every day, this just adds the perfect amount of pigment that's not super overdone. It definitely gives shape to your brows, which is really nice, because I do think your eyebrows really do frame your face, and it's important to have them looking clean and nice. And this just makes it really easy. So if you don't have time to actually go in with a brush and be really precise, then what you can do is just use the spoolie. And I don't use the spoolie on the other end of my brush because I want to keep that clean for blending, but I can still reuse the spoolie that I was using with the color, because you can just keep using that over and over again and keep the other one clean. And then as soon as that starts to get build up of product, then all you do is you just go down to your local beauty store and you pick up another one, and it's great. So overall, I think this product is really versatile and I'm really enjoying it right now. I think it lasts really long throughout the day, so that's really important. You don't want your eyebrows like moving around. I feel like after about 10 minutes of wearing it, it really does set on your eyebrows and it doesn't really move around. And by the end of the day, I can definitely still see the pigment, but it's exactly where I want it. It doesn't transfer around, which I can only imagine how that looks if you have like smudged eyebrow everywhere, but I do feel like it really does have that longevity. I would definitely suggest putting a brow gel over the top of it to set your eyebrows. There's one from Jane Iredale that I've been thinking about trying. You guys know I love the Zuzu Luxe one, which I will link down below, and I wouldn't recommend the Pacifica one that I'm using right now. But just taking that extra time to really set it in place, then you'll keep your actual like physical hairs in place. But the color itself, if you're drawing it onto your skin, I really do think it lasts super well. Alright guys, I know this was a relatively quick review, so if I did miss anything, please just ask down in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are looking for a brow pomade product, I do think EcoBrow is the way to go. It gets 2 thumbs up from me so far, and I do really like the versatility of it, so don't be intimidated by it, because you really can either have it be super pigmented or you can have it be like a more natural, easy to use product. There's definitely 2 ways to do it. And if you're just a beginner at brows, I would definitely recommend the second way I showed you guys how to do it, because then you don't have to worry about messing up with a brush. It's just really simple. You just really quickly brush it through, and then if you have time at the end of it, I would go through with a clean spoolie and just make sure it's all blended, but even if you don't, it looks totally great. Okay guys, that's it for me today. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I post twice a week now, which is really exciting, so my next video will be on Friday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and you have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you all very soon. Bye!